Jets, Bills, rematch. Let's go.
Zoinks! But it is unequivocally the Super Bowl for New York Jet fans.
Field Yates, baby. Field Gosh darn Yates. Let's bring him on the show.
Come on, people. Connor Rogers is joining the show. What's up, Connor? But Trevor Gosh darn Sycamore, baby, for me, personally, my favorite New York Jet of all time.
Wow, it's great to be on. What an intro that was right there.
Paul, nobody does an intro like you, man.
Paul, you give the best intro of literally any podcast that I've ever been.
I'm gonna lose my gosh darn bananas.
Broom emoji, baby. That's right. Jets, Bills, rematch. They've already done this once. Hey, everybody, my name is Paul Austin Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. This is Boy Green Daily, a New York Jets video show live every single day for about 20 minutes-ish here on the program, and audio version only, also available wherever you find your podcasts. Search for Boy Green Daily. That, on the screen, it's a broom. It's a broom emoji. Now, why would I be advocating for cleaning utensils here on a Sunday morning? Well, week 1, September 11th. It feels like not only months ago, which it was, it feels like a different lifetime ago. Heading into that game, we were talking about Aaron Rodgers, the New York Jets, primetime affair. Woody was on the show for that one, as we've been doing all of these. And boy, a lot has happened since then. But now, the Jets have a chance. After winning that one way back in week 1, walk-off, Xavier Gipson, woo, crazy. Now, if the Jets beat them, they have a chance to sweep for the first time since 2016. It feels like, as me and Woody are WWE aficionados, a loser leaves town match. Jets 4-5, Bills 5-5. Jets with a win go to 5-6, which will tie the Bills record, but leapfrog them with the head-to-head tiebreaker, which would be them sweeping the Buffalo Bills, and their season is off to the races. Short week, Miami Dolphins on Friday, which Woody will be moving days to join us again because he is our game day aficionado, as we've said previously. So he will be there for that contest as well. So, Woody, thoughts?
How dare you, Boy Green? How dare you put this broom in front of our faces after the atrocities, after the catastrophes that have occurred the last 2 weeks, for you to even think that a broom is in the future, let alone say it, let alone take the time to get an emoji. I mean, I agree with Ant Jets 82. We need a touchdown emoji. That is,
what does that look like, by the way?
I wouldn't know. I haven't seen a touchdown in 2 weeks. I literally would not know.
It's actually been 3 weeks, I think, actually.
But, what is a touchdown?
Yeah, that's a fair point. I'm not sure. Let me Google that real quick. Touchdown emoji.
I don't know. I don't think Nathaniel Hackett knows.
Oh, here we go. All right, let me throw this up on the screen for those who may not be aware. All right, here we go. I haven't seen this signal a lot, so excuse me as I put this up on the screen. For those watching at home, that would be...
educate us all. Oh!
Yeah. When a referee, for our audio-only listeners, we have an emoji on the screen. It is a referee with his hands in parallel position in the upwards motion. They are hard right angles. There you go, math teachers. I told you I'd use this eventually. Boom. In the what appears to be the touchdown position, which, again, the Jets have not seen in 3 weeks. Their last touchdown was actually the Giants game on that Breece Hall play. So we've got a few games without one.
I haven't seen that. Am I doing it right? I don't even.
That's it's close, but close, but no cigar. So that's all right. I say this because I'm going to have that tweet ready for the game. It's going to be the first touchdown. I'll make sure I count up the plays because I got a few hours before the game. I'll count up the plays, and by the time the Jets score a touchdown, I'll be like, the Jets have scored a touchdown for the first time in 7,000 plays. And then I'm going to have quality over quantity, baby. Let's go. That's what I will have. That tweet will be ready. Let me make sure I write that in my notes. Get that over.
Yeah, so you got to be ready to fire that off in 2 weeks when the Jets score their first touchdown.
Now hold the phone, pal. Come on, Jets Bills, baby. This is phenomenal. I'm feeling good. You want to know why I'm feeling good? Here's a couple of things. As we're going to head into your 3, as we do every week here on the show. Actually, we're going to get it twice this week because of how the timing works out. So I'm looking forward to that.
True.
But the Bills were so desperate that they fired their offensive coordinator on a short week. And I saw the Diane Rossini article. She writes for The Athletic and NFL Insider for The Athletic, where Sean McDermott apparently basically admitted that Ken Dorsey was a scapegoat. He said, basically, I couldn't walk into that locker room without them sensing there was some sort of change in terms of ultimately firing Ken Dorsey. So, I don't know, man. To me, this Bills team is desperate. There's blood in the water. Leslie Frazier, their defense coordinator, gone. Their offensive coordinator, gone. There's only one man left, and that seat is a little bit warm. In his 2012 Honda Accord, he accidentally turned the heat up on his ass seat. He said, oh now. And he's doing a jig. He's doing a little buns in the oven, a little warm for old Sean McDermott. That, to me, reeks of desperation. You can't change an offense in 5 days, Woody. You can't do it. So some tendency changes. The order of the plays are reshuffled. What are we talking about here? And the Jets have been dominating Josh Allen in all their matchups anyway. So you cook those two things together, I'm feeling nice. And then, of course, what it comes down to is the Jets' offense scoring, and it should be easier this time because Tre'Davious White ain't there, Matt Milano ain't there, and Von Miller looks washed, according to Bills fans. So, man, I don't know. We're setting up the page here. I'm feeling dandy. So I love that broom emoji. You know what? After this, my fiance will appreciate it. I'm just going to pull out a broom and just start sweeping rooms for no like, you know what? I just wanted to help. I just wanted to get in the motion to understand what this is like. Do a little Cinderella action. I'll wear an outfit for you. A little sweep ski. I'm just going to sweep every room in the house before this Jets-Bills game. And she's going to say, you know what? Thank you, honey. I'm going to be like, you're welcome. That's what's going to happen later today, Woody.
Well, you know, we're talking about motions. I was trying to practice motions before. Yeah. It's so interesting that an organization is not where they want to be and they make changes. I don't even know. I didn't even know that was possible. Because here are the Jets, 4-5. Haven't scored a touchdown in eons. But no changes on the horizon. Hey, Coach Salah, why not? Zach isn't good. Why not start somebody else? I don't have an answer. You don't have an answer. Oh, okay. So Nathaniel Hackett, his last 17 games as a play caller, his offense has only scored 1 or fewer touchdowns 14 out of those 17 times. Why not change him? Why not fire him? Ken Dorsey's QB leads the NFL in touchdowns, and he lost his job because the Bills are an organization that demands perfection. They are trying to win something. The Jets, the participation trophy organization over there at One Jets Drive, you get a job. You get job security. And nobody is at risk of losing their job despite performing at a historically bad level. The worst in the history of the NFL at third downs. Zach Wilson has the lowest touchdown rate in the 100-year history of the NFL. Nobody is at risk of losing their job. Just everybody is just, it's great. It's great. So I cannot have any faith in this organization that doesn't even realize the mediocrity that they're sitting in. I got a toddler who just poops and just sits in that poop until I smell it and I say, hey, I have to make a change. And that's that should be Joe Douglas. Joe Douglas should be walking through that building and being like, oh, it smells horrible in here. We need to make a change. But Joe Douglas, I guess his nose doesn't work.
Hey, can I ask you a favor? Since you brought in your family into this, I actually would like to share to our listeners. So how many children do you have, Woody?
I got two.
And give us the dates, names, ages. What do we got?
Genders? I got a 2-year-old son.
Okay.
All right. Born in April, so I guess 2.5. I guess this is truly the halfway point.
Sure. We had our calculators ready, so I appreciate the honesty. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then my daughter was actually born the day that the Panthers played the Jets in preseason, August 12th. Okay. And so that puts her at 3 months. Absolute annihilation.
And, what is your relationship with your partner?
Say it again.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What's the relationship with your partner? How? What is the label you put on that?
Wife. She's
wife.
Yeah.
So married.
High school sweetheart.
So committed is another word you would use. See, here's the thing, Woody. Here's the thing. The Jets married Nathaniel Hackett this offseason. When there were problems, with your wife at the beginning of the relationship, do you say, you know what, it's time for change? I'm smelling some things in here. She's like, whoa, what about the ring? I thought we were committed. You're like, hey, I'm sorry. Things got to change. I got a high standard around here. And if you're not here, you're out of here. Toots. Okay? So that's what's happening. Okay? Woody, let's bring it back, honey. Let's bring it back. You make
50% of marriages end in divorce. That's all I got to say about that.
You're sick, pal. You're sick. Okay, they made a commitment to Nathaniel Hackett. Have waters been a little choppy? Of course they have. Aaron Rodgers' Achilles exploded, or apparently didn't, because he's made of robot. But we'll find out more of that later. The fact of the matter is they committed to Nathaniel Hackett. So there's choppy waters. When there's choppy waters, you don't divorce your wife in the first week. You work through your issues. You see a counselor. There's been some personnel changes this week. There are things happening here. Okay, real, legitimate change. That's what's happening here for the New York Jets. Okay, you want to know what? Hey, wow, the Jets have been the worst third down offense this millennium. Guess what? Boom, Michael Carter, you're out of here. RB3 change fixed. Boom. We'll see that today. Okay, that's what happens.
My Lord.
Xavier Newman not brought up from the practice squad. New offensive line change. Boom, change. We're bringing that to the table. How do you like that? Ooh, maybe some wide receiver change. A little Jason Brownlee today. A little bit of that action. So this is change. They are doing what they need to do. And I want to tell you something. Sir. The last game for the New York Jets, where all of a sudden you're like, how could you possibly get old Stephen A. Smith on there? Blasphemous. Unbelievable. All this nonsense happening over there. What did I see? This is 7 of 16 on third down for the New York Jets. That's what I saw. That sounds like progress. That sounds like on the precipice of popping on third down. That's what it sounds like to me, sir. That the Jets have found that magic, and they smell the blood in the water. That is the necessary way to step up the team. They're like, oh, we can sink our teeth in to this vulnerable, wounded gazelle that's limping its way through the plains of Africa. And the Jets are just like Quincy Williams watching that cheetah video before every game, just prowling. Getting the eyebrows raised. Ooh, this Bills team is playing. They're like, please don't sweep us. Can we at least be an even split? And the Jets like, hell no, buddy. We're coming for you. And then just jump on them. And that's what's happening here. So with that being said, as we've already gone through 14 minutes of this show, let's get into your Woody 3. Woody, let's throw that up on the screen and explain how the Jets are going to sweep ski the Buffalo Bills. Let's walk through that. That's exactly what's going to happen. So here you go.
I'm not sure if we share the same thesis.
Okay, well, we'll see. Let's get through the process, I guess. Week 11, Woody 3. If you're just joining us, Woody joins us for every game day outside of our Monday show, since we have a regular guest on Mondays. But all the game days outside of that, although we could have a Flex Monday Night Football game coming up in a couple weeks. More on that later. But anywho, Week 11, Woody 3. Let's start. Number 1, what do we got?
Well, have you ever heard the Cha-Cha Slide? Classic song, slide to the left, right? Slide to the right. Well, the Jets offense, they only know one line of that song. Take it back now, y'all. All right. Full start this time.
That's not
holding
right.
This time. All they got are penalties all day. Because they're not disciplined. They're not disciplined. I actually let me credit the source of this Woody one, and
Okay.
that's actually Boy Green himself, because I was tuned in at 2 a.m. drying my tears. I was listening to Boy Green, all right, react to the Raiders game.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking about 50 penalties in the last 6 games, 389 yards. So I was like, oh my Lord, that sounds terrible. So I dug deep. I dug into those penalties. And in the last 2 games, we're talking about 12 penalties for 103 yards by the offense, right?
Wow. Okay.
How many of these penalties are offense versus defense? And in the last 2 games specifically, it's been all offense. That Raiders game, they had 8 penalties. It was 7 by the offense. 7 of the 8 penalties were by the offense. So, these guys are not disciplined,
But they were through the first 3 weeks of the season.
They were. Then people start realizing Hackett's a hack. They look at Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson has the second best touchdown to interception ratio, 18-4 in the NFL. Last year, he was looking like Russell Brand. But this year, he's back to being Russell Wilson. I mean, Nathaniel Hackett. I think it's time, man. I think it's time. You better know when to hold him. Know when to fold him.
That ain't right. All right, let's go to the next one. Oh, this looks promising. The old that's to put that back on. That ain't right. What about the old turnover machine? Because you want to know something consistent about Josh Allen is the old turnover monster. When you're in this category, by the way, coming off the Monday Night Football game, which they lost at home to the Denver Broncos, the same team we beat, A plus B equals C, pal. Beep boop bop boop bop. Put that in your equation. Anywho, Josh Allen leads the league in turnovers with 14. The other 2 guys in the conversation are Mac Jones with 12 and Desmond Ridder with 12. That's not the kind of categories you want to be sharing. So what do we have in the turnover machine? Beepity boopity bop. Let's put our quarter in and see what spits out here, Woody, for number 2.
Well, what's funny is that he also leads the league in touchdowns. He has more touchdowns this year than Zach might have his whole career.
Oh, now just that ain't right. That's come on now.
We're talking facts, we're talking numbers, we're talking conversations, but I digress. Let's talk about Josh Allen in the I call it the sauce era, but it's really not all about sauce. It's really the last year was the year that Salah was able to play have a defense that was true to his scheme.
Sure,
right? He
his players, his ingredients, yeah,
exactly. His front 4, right? That's generating pressure without blitzing, and then he has the 2 corners back there. Sauce is one of them, so I'm calling it the Sauce era. And Josh Allen is averaging 2 turnovers per game against the Jets during that Sauce era. He only has 1 thrown touchdown, but he has 4 rushing touchdowns, so it's 5-6. That ratio, which I'm not saying is great. I mean, if we comparing it to somebody else, somebody has a 5-5 touchdown to turnover ratio the whole season. I'm talking about 3 games with Josh Allen.
So you're saying Zach Wilson is better because he has less turnovers?
Oh, yes, in 9 games. Oh, what a joy we have. But Josh Allen, his season numbers, right?
Yeah.
19 touchdowns, 11 picks, 70.3% completion percentage. That's second in the league. But against the Jets in this Sauce era, we're talking about 5 all-purpose touchdowns, 6 picks, right? And we're talking about a 61% completion. So the Jets have definitely had Josh Allen's number. Does the new offensive coordinator, Joe Brady, got something in his bag that, the Jets haven't seen? That's something to consider, right? When these new offensive coordinators, maybe they're about to do something that is not on film. All the film that Old Brick is going through, we might be seeing some new stuff. So is this the time that Josh Allen breaks through, or is it more of the same, robbing Josh Allen every single time in the Salah era? We don't know.
Yeah, I'll share this nuggets on my Twitter, so you guys can, of course, follow me at BoyGreen25. You can follow this man at the James Woody. It's like the Ohio State University, but the James Woody. So you can follow him there. Rich Sweeney had this nugget in his Sunday morning column that the Jets went as far back as the 2020 and 2021 tape of Joe Brady in Carolina. He was the Carolina Panthers offensive coordinator for about a season and a half because he was fired midway through that second season. And then he was also at LSU, obviously, during their national championship year. And the Jets apparently went through there to study some things on tape. Again, but like when you say like, ooh, could we see something that's not on film? Like what, a trick play? Like that seems beneath Buffalo, to be honest with you. With the talent that's on this offense, I feel like if I was them, here's the thing for Buffalo. They should really just run the football. They were killing the Broncos when they were running the football, and then they just kept stopping themselves by doing other things. It just seemed dumb. Like, I mean, I don't know. I just all those touchdowns ain't happening against the Jets defense. That's right. Whoever had that comment. Yeah, Kevin. Yeah, not against our defense. Yeah, you damn straight it isn't, Kevin. So you know, but anywho, I digress. Yeah, what kind of specials also? Ooh, double, triple reverse. Come on, Jets defense going to smack this Bills offense around. But anywho, let's get to a personal day. Okay, not everyone has these in their jobs, but let's get to a personal day. What's happening here, Woody? Final
absolutely. And I do think obviously the defense. I mean, they're that unit. You know, arguably number one, sure. But the offense. I won't beat a dead horse here, but if you are drinking the Kool-Aid, if you are right behind Boy Green in the cult of One Jets Drive, just talking about changes that haven't really been happening, let's talk about this personnel day where perhaps some tangible change really is there. What did Boy Green mention before? He mentioned Michael Carter is gone. So what does that mean? Does it mean that it's time to cook? With Dalvin Cook, who had 26 yards on 4 carries, the first time all season he had over 4 yards a carry. He actually had the longest rush by a running back last week.
Like that YPC.
Yes. Yeah. Or is it time to get busy? Busy with Izzy Abanikanda. All right. Arguably the fastest running back on the team. Rookie, ready to go. The youngest running back in the NFL. Pretty crazy stat.
21, yeah. Yep, he is legal. Yeah.
A baby, but he's out here. He's not crawling. He's ready to run. So is that nice. Yeah. Is that what's about to happen? Jeremy Ruckert, another popular one, lifelong Jets fan. All right. Stuck in the depth chart. Stuck in the depth chart behind CJ Uzama, the penalty king.
He's getting benched. He's getting benched.
The everything bad king. All right. Is it time for Ruckert to ascend to
rise?
Who should get playing time, which he probably has deserved for quite some time. Or, and this is the most frustrating one for me.
Okay.
Jason Brownlee. So all summer we're out here looking at highlights. Oh, look at this sketch. Oh, he's developing chemistry with this person, developing chemistry with that. He was like Walter White out here, just all this chemistry going on. And in the game, he can't even suit up. He can't even suit up in a game. Like he's healthy, inactive every time. Like we all thought, or maybe I won't even speak for anybody else. I thought that Brownlee was going to be a factor. Like I thought Gibson was the Robin of this, undrafted wide receiver duo. I was like, oh, Gibson, wow, okay, he made the team. That's good. Brownlee was a shoo-in, especially without Corey Davis. Like I was like, oh yeah. But who is Gibson playing every game? Brownlee just collecting dust. Collecting dust. I got an N64 controller.
Oh, nice.
Gets more use than Jason Brownlee. That is a problem. That is a problem.
That ain't right. That's,
okay.
Although, what cartridge is in there? What cartridge is in there?
This is a Rumble pack actually. So like you get that same like Rumble sensation. As,
okay, all right. I didn't know if you had like GoldenEye and the 64 over there, or Pokemon Stadium. Not sure what you had popping over there.
What is in there? I think it's Mario Party actually.
Okay, it's which one?
The original.
Okay, cool.
Yes,
Just curious, but anywho, yes.
Yes. So are any of these guys part of this personnel day, right? Because Salah, he was like, oh, this was to get Izzy involved, And that's coach speak, right? I don't believe anything that Salah says whatsoever, like ever.
Okay.
But like, and then he said that there were other changes to be made. So are these some of the guys that are about to start getting some burn? Because it is time. It is time to, just throw stuff at the wall. Like what they're doing, what they've been doing is not working at all. So there is no loss to throwing Abanikanda out there, throwing Ruckert out there, throw Brownlee out there. Don't throw me out there, man. I'm sure I can make somebody miss. I can make somebody miss, man. Just I cannot continue to watch these games and not see that signal. I can't even do the signal because I haven't seen it in so long. I'm just tired of this, man. I know. Fair. Come on, in the comments, hit me with some love, man. You guys are tired of seeing. I mean, hey, my fantasy team. By this time, you guys all know the team name. It's Walk Zerline, and that boy is dominating the fantasy parts.
He's getting that work. Yeah.
Please, can the team put in some work? Can they score 7 points once?
Hey now,
please.
All right, a couple of notes here. First off, a couple of questions. Is Dwayne Brown done for the season? Because I believe his 21-day window's up. It's up next week, actually, Thanksgiving week, or technically this week. However you describe that in NFL language. It's not now. It's later this week, so they will have an opportunity to make a decision on him later this week heading into the Dolphins game. So TBD on that, we'll see, although it seems really funky. It sounded like Salah when Dwayne Brown was initially, which again, to Woody's point, don't ever believe anything he says. It seemed like he was almost going to be, he doesn't need a bunch of practice time to come off of IR and immediately play. And then obviously he's been cryogenically frozen, so they have not gone to him. Although, personally, I prefer him not to come back. Because unless he's going to learn right tackle, an old dog learn a new trick, or learn right guard, Slappy, because Mekhi Becton's over here at left tackle, so I don't want to mess with that vibe. He's been the most consistent lineman for the Jets this year, and all of a sudden we're going to say, hey, Mekhi, back of the bus, pal. Like, what? After everything he's done for this team, we're going to cast him aside for some old bastard, some old man saying, yes, let me show you my wisdom. He didn't even look that good early in the year. So I don't know. For me, let's keep the Mekhi Becton train rolling. So I saw that question a lot. So we will see on Dwayne Brown come back. The other one that scared me, Garrett Wilson hurt his elbow in the Las Vegas Raiders game. And then Salah gives the most concerning update I've ever heard. He's like, man, Garrett, he's got a couple hurdles to clear to play. And I'm like, I'm sorry, zoinks? I'm like, who now? I'm like, a couple hurdles to clear. I'm like, oh, God. Oh, boy, you want Jason Brownlee. What are you about to get it? With a couple hurdles to clear. However,
they would probably put Cobb out there.
Perhaps, but thank God we didn't have to let that marinate long before Garrett Wilson locker room said, yeah, we're ready to rock on Sunday. Like, oh, thank God. Yes. Oh, sweet heavens. Excellent. Okay, good to hear. But he did say it will affect him during the game. So Garrett said he will play. So outside of him lying, he will be playing against the Buffalo Bills. Remember, this is a 4:25. This is the national window at Tony Romo, Jim Nantz and company. So this game will be 4:25, not 1 o'clock for our 1 o'clock. People's like, where's the 1 o'clock games? Where? Sorry, they don't exist anymore. Even one that we have later this season actually is being considered for a primetime flex to Monday Night Football. So keep an eye out for that. Jets-Texans. I've heard word both on the Texans and Jets side that is something legitimately being discussed. And here's why. Giants-Packers play on Monday Night Football, and that sucks, but it's in MetLife. So an easy switch in theory for that kind of flex could be the Jets and Texans with CJ Stroud and that sexiness. And the Jets, quite frankly, every time they're on primetime, they've delivered massive ratings. So keep an eye out for that one here in a handful of weeks. They'll have to make that decision ahead of time. So more note to that. But Garrett Wilson looks like he's going to go, thank God, but he will be affected by this elbow injury, he said. Hopefully no more trick passes after him injuring his elbow. That seemed like an odd choice to finally call that one after he hurt his elbow, and he's received medical attention on the sideline and was grimacing because if you put any other receiver there, that's probably a touchdown, which is something Woody's been searching for on the side of milk cartons over the last couple of weeks. But with that being said, I think that covers most of the bases. The only other one is what I mentioned in passing. The Jets did not call Xavier Newman up from the practice squad, which they had been doing the last couple of weeks. You only have a limited amount of elevations anyway, or eventually they'd have to just straight up sign him to the roster, which means we will be getting another offensive line combination. So we'll see if that means Max Mitchell kicking back inside the right guard. I hope not. I hope they keep him at right tackle personally, or some other change. So TBD on that. But anywho, let's get to it, Woody. You gave us your Woodyology. We're at the end. The pop quizzes are in. It's grading time. What happens in the rematch? Jets Bills Week 11. And I am dead serious when I said that at the beginning of the show. This has a big sense of a loser leaves town match. The Jets would be in a really tough position if they lost, dropping to 4-6. They're already, I think it's 13th in the playoff power ranking, not power rankings, excuse me, but the AFC conference standings as is before a loss. So if they lost 4-6 and Bills surge ahead of them, that'd be mighty tough despite the difficult path Bills have. However, if all of a sudden the Jets win this game and then they jump to, right into the conversation, all of a sudden, maybe something could happen here. So it could get spicy. Anywho, Woody, prediction, Jets Bills. What's happening today in Buffalo?
Yeah, this is definitely a year. I mean, with Burrow gone for the season, Deshaun Watson of the Browns, who have a winning record right now, out for the season. The Bills looking like the Bills right now. This would have definitely been the year to have a healthy Aaron lead us to the promised land.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But I guess he is one of the Burrows and the Deshaun's.
That's probably true. Although, is he?
Yeah. I mean, he got hurt. I mean, a lot of QB1.
Or is he coming back? Is he not out for the season? Oh, hey.
That's that is something. That is definitely something.
Yeah,
hopefully, but I actually don't think he's coming back because there's no point for him to come back to a 4-7 team. So, with that being said,
how dare you?
Boy Green's house is going to look perfect. It's going to look immaculate because he will be sweeping. My broom is not going to move.
Ooh. Do you even know where the broom is? Do you know what room the broom is in right now? What house? What room?
It's in the kitchen, actually. It's in the kitchen.
Okay. You knew. I thought you were going to be like, I don't know, because I don't sweep, but that's okay. Yeah. All right.
No. I mean, hey, I definitely sweep more than the Jets. That's what I have to say about that.
That ain't right. That's well.
So 20-9 is my final score. Buffalo, with the smackdown. They're gonna rally. They're motivated. Ken Dorsey just lost his job. I'm sure, or Josh Allen actually had a quote where he said it's kind of on me. So I think he's gonna step up. It's gonna be 20-9.
So is that a touchdown, a missed extra point, and a field goal conversion? Is that how we get to 9? Of course
not. What are you talking about? I need Greg Zuerlein 3 50-yard field goals, maybe a 60-yarder, 60-yarder.
Okay.
Because who knows, that offense can't really move. Maybe they're in the field goal range, and then holding this time. 10 yards back, Greg Zuerlein 60-yard field goal. That's what I gotta hope for. I can't have any of these short field goals messing up my fantasy squad. But they can't score a touchdown. I don't see it happening this week.
Okay. I appreciate the reality. Speaking of reality, actually, if I could take a moment, Woody, I think I could speak for a lot of families here that, it's a holiday season. The budgets are kind of tight, and I got a family to support. So I won't be able to buy a new T-shirt, Woody. That's not possible. So I'm going to have to make an edit to the one I'm already wearing, which says Zach Wilson is good. But I'm going to make an edit to it after this game to Zach Wilson is 3-0 against the Bills over the last 2 years. So it's going to be a little long, but I think we're going to make it work. Zach Wilson is 2-0 against the Bills since 2022. He's about to be 3-0. The Jets are absolutely beating the Buffalo Bills. They showed breadcrumbs in that Raiders game of that third down conversion rate. That's only going to continue to surge. And if the Jets defense can cook, or Jets offense, can cook and score points, the defense is going to handle their business. And Josh Allen, he is Oprah Winfrey. You get a turnover. You get a turnover. It's a consistent theme. He has had an interception, and I believe it's 6 straight games, and it's about to be 7. Jordan Whitehead said he's looking for his 5th. Josh Allen, he was trying to do one of those secret Santas where he's giving out gifts, but he accidentally gave too many to Jordan Whitehead. He overstocked his stuffing. That happened a little bit earlier this season, and it's going to happen again. He's going to be giving turnovers to everybody. The Jets are going to beat the Buffalo Bills. My sweeping will not be in vain. Well, I guess it would also provide a cleaner house, but the point is that it will also provide a cleaner landscape for the New York Jets. And I saw it earlier. Who said this? Let me see if I can find that comment real quick. Let me search. Here it is. The Jets' best shot to make the playoffs is actually, I was about to say a different word, F the wild card. F it. Because I'm looking for the division. I'm looking for the division title. The Jets shared a clip this week. I can't share it for copyright reasons, but the Jets shared a clip this week of highlights of the 2002 season when the Jets, in unlikely circumstance, blew out the Green Bay Packers in the regular season finale to they went from out of the playoffs to winners of the division, punching their ticket, wearing the shirts, wearing the hats, and getting ready for a home playoff game, which they beat Peyton Manning and the Colts 41-0, and they got the good times rolling. Herb Edwards, you play to win the game. Woody, the negativity, the pessimism, all of it just circulating in that beautiful head of yours. You need to unlock your mind to the possibility of the hack show. And he's going to be hacking up the Bills defense with a meat cleaver. And chunks of buffalo meat are going to be spraying all over the place because the New York Jets are going to be cooking. Zach Wilson is the kryptonite to the Buffalo Bills. They say, Zach Wilson, this is disgusting. He is 2-0 against Bills over the last 2 years. You're about to be 3-0, baby. So give me the New York Jets. I have them winning this ball game 24-19, and that includes multiple offensive touchdowns for the New York Jets. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, pal. And the Jets will then quickly turn the page to the Miami Dolphins, where we'll be speaking again Black Friday, where potentially first place in the AFC East could be on the line.
Yeah, I've seen the comments of, the Raiders are about the Raiders are trash. That they don't have any chance against the Dolphins today. I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing that whatsoever. It's not even that's about to be a smackdown.
What?
But
I think the Dolphins will keep it close, Woody. I think they'll be able to keep it close.
I think it's not going to be like the Broncos game where they scored 70. I think it could.
I think they can stay within the Raiders. I don't think they're going to get blown out. I think they have a chance.
Like 42-13, something like that.
You think the Raiders are going to blow them out that bad? I don't think so. I think the Dolphins will score a touchdown or something.
Yeah. I mean, the Dolphins would be scoring 42.
Oh, I see.
Yes, because they are an elite offense.
Yeah, I think they're. In all honesty, I'd rather them lose because again, first place being on the line in the AFC East, but. There's a chance there could be some humble pie for Antonio Pierce. There is a chance that a barbed wire baseball bat is coming for the Raiders dome, walking in. We're 2-0 over the last 2 weeks, beating the Jets and Giants, and then the Dolphins could just beat them with a wrench. That's possible coming off the bye. That is very possible.
It will be ugly. It'll be ugly over there.
Hopefully not though, because that means, like I said, if the Jets win, that could be first place. What drama for the first ever Black Friday game. I bet the NFL folks, the referees, hey, give this to the Raiders. That could give the Jets a chance, man. That could give the Jets a chance.
I mean, because in that game's at 1:00. If the Raiders do win, which is not going to happen, but if they did win, right, it would just be so much more heartbreaking for people like you that believe that the Jets are going to beat the Bills. And then you're going to go into that game like, all we need to do, like, you're already hyped right now. You're already hyped right now. So to just dangle that carrot, it's mean. It's literally mean, So I hope that does not happen to you. Just accept this fate. Accept the fate that Nathaniel Hackett, Zach there's everything. They ruined the season.
Do me a favor. Not if, when the Jets beat the Bills, I want you to drop by the postgame show, which, by the way, comes 2 hours after the game. Drop by later this evening. Pop in and apologize. Submit your apology form live on air, and then I will say, I will see you, sir, on Black Friday. So I
will be there for sure, but I think it's actually going to be me and your dad after this game that visits you in that special padded room that he's referring to and just consoles you. We are here for you, Boy Green. We are here for you. And
you don't have to be. No,
we are. We care. and we will get through this together as a family.
Yeah, we're going to get through this with a win. We will celebrate as a family. We will move as a wolf pack, and we will enjoy and we will savor this. That is what's going to happen.
I don't know. I feel like the only dub in our future is if we were to team up in Mario Party or something.
I do have 64 over there myself in the old man cave. I have not played it in a hot second. I'd love to pull out some James Bond, hiding in the shaft in the bathroom in that one lane where I can drop down, jump back up, and do a little bit of that glitch, that very niche Nintendo 64 reference for anyone who gets that. But
yes.
But we do need to link up and get that happen. I got to hop down to the Carolinas and visit Woody in person. That's definitely on the bucket list. That's going to happen, and we'll do that. And maybe after the Jets win the Super Bowl, which is coming here very shortly. And again, man, here's what's happening. The Jets will win today, and they're going to set up for Aaron Rodgers to return and make a dramatic re-entry into the Jets octagon as we head to the Super Bowl, man. It's happening. I believe it's our year. I've never told my fiance that, even though every year she says, I'm pretty sure you said this last year. I said, no, I didn't. This is the first time I'm ever saying it. This is our year. And you need to start drinking the Kool-Aid. I only got water here, so here you go. But drink the Kool-Aid, Woody.
There's no way I'm drinking any beverage in that house because you talking funny.
That's actually true. I've been sick for weeks, it seems. So that's probably a smart move. But we want to know what else is going to be sick? That poor buffalo after it gets shot in the tuchus and it's going to be bleeding on the side of the road. That's what's going to be happening. So jet up, baby. We will see you guys 2 hours after the final whistle. Okay, 2 hours after the final whistle, we will be back for the post-game show as we are after all the sound, Robert Saleh and the players speak. We will be back. And then shout out to Gator. You guys could go check out his channel. He made a wild video of me and Nania from his sports studio. You guys could go check it out at Gator McCluskey. He's a crazy bastard, part of the Jake Asman family of that. If you guys missed our Twitter beef and what the hell was that all about, go check out that video. That was hilarious. You got to have fun with yourself. You got to have fun. Anywho, thanks everybody for tuning in. Go Jets. Can't wait for the broom. Sorry, Bills people. It's going to be phenomenal. Take care. We'll see you again. Woody will be back on Black Friday. We'll be back on Friday for more of that juicy action. Looking forward to it. Thanks, everybody, and happy holidays if we don't see you. But we'll also be back later tonight and then throughout the rest of the week, including on Thanksgiving. It'll be a family episode. I will be down in New Hampshire with my brother I don't get to see and my father. So we'll all pop in the room for a family episode on Turkey Day for all that action. Should be a lot of fun. All right, Woody. Thanks, brother. Enjoy the game, pal.
Absolutely. Let's go, Jets.
There it is. See you, Pete.